Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be telling you guys what the Dinka Jester Classic should be like in Grand Theft Auto Online in comparison to what we are actually going to be getting when this vehicle releases in a couple short weeks. So in case you guys missed my video, about a week or two ago, I did 15 things you might not know about the Dinka Jester Classic, which is one of the upcoming sports classic cars in Grand Theft Auto Online. It's also based off of the Toyota Supra, which is one of the most fan-requested vehicles in the game. A lot of people are excited about this. Now, in that video, you'll notice that I point out a lot of flaws with this car. And those flaws aren't just restricted to like bugs and things that are wrong with the car, because there's a lot of them, like headlights not being in the right place, missing glass from the vehicle, engine pieces being displaced and whatnot. But just in general, it feels like Rockstar did a very sloppy job with this vehicle. There's a lot of things I think are wrong, the missed opportunities, the fact that I think the vehicle's in the wrong class with the wrong manufacturer name. There's a lot of things, and some people will see it as nitpicking, but for car enthusiasts, you might find these very important. And today, what we're going to be looking at is what the Dinka Jester Classic should be. So this is a mod that I found on the GTA 5 mods website from Northwind JME. And he states, when I saw the Jester Classic, I was a little underwhelmed. So I decided to work on it myself. And these are the changes that he has made. So the first change he's made is actually completely changing the manufacturer of the Jester Classic from Dinka to Karen. And this is correct. If you follow the lore of GTA 5 vehicles, Dinka is supposed to be based off of Honda. Karen is supposed to be based off of Toyota. And since this car is based off of the Toyota Supra, you would assume Rockstar would give it the name Karen. Well, they didn't. They gave it the name Dinka. So he's changed the badges on the outside and on the inside, in which you can see on the steering wheel, to Karen, which makes a whole lot more sense. So that's obviously incredibly cool. That's one of the first things you're going to notice. The next thing you'll notice is a lot of bug fixes, and I'm going to try and run through all of them. So the front right headlight now has flipped normals, where on the original version it did not. The rear lights can no longer be tinted. There was a lot of different weird bugs. That was another one on the regular Jester, where if you change the window tint, for whatever reason, it would tint the back rear lights too, which shouldn't be the case. The middle brake light, it now moves when opening the trunk of the car. On the regular version of the Dinka Jester, there's actually a bug where that light does not move if you open up the trunk. And another thing this user has fixed is the character position. So the character now sits lower and is rotated, so they clip less with things like the steering wheel, doors, and other things on the inside of the vehicle. So those are a lot of the bugs that were fixed, including the headlight glass on the front as well. That was actually fixed too. That's another thing I noticed. So lots of nice bug fixes there. Things that are new and improved. This user added front indicator lights. That was actually something that was missing from the original. He also changed the shape of the headlights themselves, which of course made them look a little bit nicer. He removed color options from the interior vents, dials, and door panels. Do you guys remember when you changed the trim color, like the air conditioning vents would turn like bright neon pink? That was obviously a huge mistake from Rockstar, so I'm glad that he fixed that. He also removed the secondary color from the mirrors. That is the weirdest option ever. I don't know why Rockstar did that. Like, mirrors are part of the exterior of the car. Please make them the primary color, and that's exactly what this user did. Another cool thing this user did was actually make the brake calipers paintable via the secondary color. Now, that is something that should be paintable via a secondary color, not the mirrors. So a great improvement overall. Another thing he did was reshape the rear bumper, moved the license plates and reverse lights to make them look a little bit more normalized. They were kind of funky on the original version. Probably something you guys have noticed by now is a new spoiler. So he removed the stock lip spoiler and replaced it with the Supra style wing as an extra part. This is a spoiler that Rockstar missed out on big time, and why they don't have this in the game for the regular version of the Jester Classic is kind of shocking to me, but this user added it in and it really looks great. He also added a sun strip as an extra part. It definitely looks really good on this car. That would have been a nice, mod or customization option that Rockstar could have put on, but they didn't. He also changed the engine into something that looks more like and car guys are going to figure this out, 2JZ GTE. I'm assuming that's like a type of engine using Rockstar assets. I'm guessing the one in the Jester Classic we have right now does not match what a normal Supra would have. One of the big changes he made was actually changing the vehicle to sports instead of sports classic, and this is an obvious change in my opinion. I don't know why the Toyota Supra is in the sports classic category. Just because it has classic at the end of its name doesn't mean it has to be a sports classic. I mean, look at the LG Retro Custom. That has retro in its name, but it's not a sports classic. Same with the Comet Retro Custom. That's still a sports car. So I'm not sure why all of a sudden Rockstar decided to make this change where every single vehicle that had classic or retro in its name suddenly had to go in the sports classic class, because it does not fit here. Another thing he did was change the engine audio. He made it sound a little bit more like a real-life Supra. So that's kind of cool. Now, some changes that this user made to this vehicle: he changed the first splitter bumper into a lip, which actually looks way better in my opinion. He also changed the custom diffuser into a rear lip, which looks way better than the option we had there. He scaled down all the exhausts, making them a little bit smaller, and also added more exhaust options. So stock and titanium exhausts are single, where the chrome exhaust is now double. As you guys know, on the normal version of the Dinka Jester Classic, there are no exhaust upgrade options, which is so weird. So that's actually a nice change. He also removed turbo from the street build front bumper and now put it in the engine bay. And he also added race seats with roll cage options. He changed the seats into full carbon racing seats with the seat belts colorable via the trim option. Now, I'd say the only thing that is still missing from this mod that I am showing you guys today are liveries. It is a shame that Rockstar did not add liveries to this vehicle. And even though this mod creator doesn't have them on here now, that is something he is going to be working on in future plans. So as always, I will leave this mod in the description if you do want to check it out for yourself, because it's pretty cool. It's very easy to install. If I can do it, honestly, you guys can do it. That should be saying something right there. So if you do have a PC and you want to look at a proper version of how the Jester Classic should be in game, this is definitely something you're going to want to check out, because honestly, this version is 100 times better than the one Rockstar added and the one we're going to be getting in a couple weeks. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think of this upgraded and updated version of the Jester Classic? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.